Hi, welcome to Happier Ladies. We're sisters who discuss all things related to work, family, and personal growth.
We draw inspiration from everywhere, especially from you, our listeners, to keep moving forward with joy and laughter in the big adventure that is life.
1 week at a time.
I'm Azizi Williams. I live and work in the LA area. I'm a mom of two, soon to be an empty nester, and I'm an education professional in the independent school world. I'm here with my sister, Malika Amandi.
That's me. I'm a SoCal native living in Western Massachusetts, a newish mom, and I work in higher ed. In this episode, Azizi discusses a strategy to get through hard times, and then we both share a few things that are making us happy.
But first, Malika, I've been doing a lot of car breakfast. I think
Yes,
that's driving breakfast. Is that the technical term?
that's what we call it for Indigo.
So I've been doing a lot of car breakfasting, brunching in the car, if you will. And it made me think again about how I could really use a car apron.
Yeah.
That was a strategy that was shared on Happier in Hollywood. And oh man, can I see the purpose for it more than ever.
So, Azizi, you have aprons in your house.
Yeah, not the same. Not the same. I'm telling you, someone make this just for cars. Okay, I'm envisioning it like when you get x-rays in the dentist's office, they put this like lead blanket on you. And it's like the neck part, the collar part just goes around your neck, but you don't have to put it over your head. It just kind of goes around your neck. And I'm thinking even there could be like a Velcro or magnetic snap so that you could easily release it with one hand because you're driving. And
Mhm.
then I don't need protection for my sleeves. My sleeves are generally fine. It's just the whole front part. So I just need it to be like a long bib, basically. That's what it is. It's a long bib, maybe with like a trough for crumbs that fall on
Sure.
into it. Like the plastic ones Indigo has. Like there's a
Yes, the
there's a
pocket.
pocket.
Shrub.
Basically, it's a trough where the food drops in. It's not that I'm a messy eater. I think I'm a normal eater. I think I know how to eat and I eat well. It's just inevitably there are crumbs and you don't want to
There are
worry about
crumbs.
that when
Yeah.
you're having your car brunch.
Do you have any regular aprons that just tie in the back?
You mean just for the lap?
No, like there are some that go over your head, but I feel like there are some with strings that just tie.
Yeah, but who can do that when you're driving?
Well, you put it on before you get in the car.
But what if I decide to eat after I've
Okay.
started driving?
I don't know that we're looking for solutions here.
Maybe I didn't know I was going to have car brunch and now I want to have car brunch and I want to
Okay.
just grab out of the glove compartment or whatever my middle pocket my car apron for my car brunch. This makes sense to me.
All right. Well,
Okay.
we put it out there. Let's see. Maybe some listeners have some products that exist.
Yes, or maybe you have better ideas of things that already exist that I'm not thinking about.
The car apron saga.
We need a better name for it. Carprin or something.
Apron.
Ape car. I don't know. We keep working on that. We're back with the happiness obstacle, where we talk about circumstances that can get in the way of our happiness. And today, Malika, we are going to talk about embrace the suck. Okay.
Okay.
Did you get that? Embrace the suck. So, this is a concept, this is advice that I read in O Magazine. So, this was from the spring issue of O Magazine, and the article is called Fight Stress Navy SEAL Style. And I don't know why, but anything that comes from like advice from the military people, I just trust and believe. I don't know what it is. I think I've talked about this before. When I was growing up, daddy would always say, "What's your plan of attack?"
Hmm.
He would always like talk in strategic terms, like it's a battle out there. What are you going to do? So maybe that's why this kind of advice resonates with me. I don't know.
I think you're not alone. I mean, a lot of people feel like the military has it together when it comes to strategies, and there's just like a gravitas there.
Right? When it comes to doing hard things, they've been doing hard
Yes.
things for a long time. And
Yes.
so they've gotten really good at doing hard things. And there's things potentially to be learned from it. So There's like 4 or 5 pieces of advice, but one that stood out to me was the one titled "Embrace the Suck." So I'll just read you what it says because it's not very long, and this is by Catherine Wallace. It says, "When the weather is foul and nothing is going right, that's when I think, 'Now we're getting someplace,'" says Lastra, who encourages recruits to power through the times when they're freezing, exhausted, hungry, or discouraged. Why? What other choice do they have? Lastra says the suckiest moments are when most people give up. The resilient ones spot a golden opportunity to rise to the occasion and surpass their competitors. It's one thing to be an excellent athlete when the conditions are perfect, he says, but when the circumstances aren't so favorable, those who have stronger wills are more likely to rise up to victory. Isn't that powerful?
Yeah, I can see the value. It's like dig in and show up when it's hard on purpose.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a variation on the theme that we've been discussing lately around just rising to the challenge, like digging deeper, when things get hard, like who shows up kind of things.
Hmm.
So this is like a familiar concept, but there's something in this phrase that feels different,
Yes. What is it? I don't know. Sometimes things just suck. You
right?
know?
It's not sugarcoating anything. It's not even like a reframe necessarily, or it's maybe the beginning, kind of like you have to call it what it is before you can reframe or see the golden opportunity or whatever. It's like, this is terrible.
Yeah, and some things just are terrible, and it's okay to acknowledge that it's terrible.
Yeah,
That's what I think is a little bit different about this one, is that we're not necessarily just trying to see the silver lining, although there is a silver lining. The silver lining is that you will be more resilient because you got through it,
sure.
but there's not necessarily another lesson in every situation. Sometimes they're just hard.
Right. Azizi, do you remember a time when you feel like you embraced the suck?
I feel like I embrace the suck when I have a long commute in the morning or just anywhere. When
Mm,
I know I'm gonna be in the car, it's gonna be 2 hours, it's not gonna be fun. It's like, there's no way around it, you just have to do it. So, I feel like being in traffic is one type of embracing the suck, but there's another time, like a specific time when I was on a camping trip with my daughter and her class. I was a chaperone. It was a school camping trip. It was a pretty hardcore camping trip. We camped at several different sites. It was up in the Oregon-California border. There was snow involved. It was very cold. And on one night, we got into camp kind of late, and if you can imagine, there are, like, 40 people who are kind of scrambling around in the dark trying to set up camp, and it's starting to rain. So, just imagine that feeling of being cold, being in an unfamiliar place, and now you have to set up a tent and set up camp. And so we're sort of all scrambling around. I remember I went in my car to just breathe for, like, 2 minutes. 'Cause I had a car, and I just like, "Okay," I took a breath, and then I got out, regrouped, like, jumped back into the fray, and in the midst of the scrambling, one of the other chaperones was there. She tripped over the fire pit, and she landed on
uh,
her back, and she could not get up, and it was raining, and
I
we're in the woods. It's where the giant sequoias are. We are deep in the woods, and so the 911 was called, and she was okay, she was talking, she just couldn't move, she was in pain, and the ambulance came, but someone had to come drive after her and to probably put her up at a hotel or figure out how to support her, and so that person was me. I was the one who had to do it, and so that meant I had to drive by myself at night through the redwoods in the rain to find this hotel. That sucked.
it sounds like Jurassic Park is easy. That's
What?
what I'm
This
picturing.
is like Jurassic Park? That's really funny. It is
What's
that,
gonna
yeah.
come out of the woods.
You can imagine the wipers and the headlights and a
Yes.
windy, windy road next to a drop off and a
Uh,
lake or a river. It was like the Klamath Falls or I don't know. It was one of the scariest things that I've ever done. And had to do it, just had to do it, got through it. And I did feel like, wow, I did that. I did that really hard, difficult thing, but I got through it. So that's a time when I embrace the suck. What about you?
wow. Let's just settle in that for a minute.
Okay.
So, was it okay?
So when we got there, she was waiting to be seen, and it turned out she'd broken a few ribs.
Wow.
I've never broken ribs before, incredibly painful, but there's not really anything you can do about it.
Right, right.
You just have to heal and take it easy. There's some breathing exercises that you have to do, which is really interesting. But here's the thing. We ended up booking a whatever motel was down by the hospital that night. And then the next day, I was like, "So we're gonna go back. I'm gonna drive you and we're gonna pack it up so that you could get home." And she's like, "Oh no, I'm not leaving." I was like, "Wait, what?" She decided to stay for the rest of the camping trip. It just meant that we all had to chip in, and obviously she wasn't carrying or lifting or doing anything, but she's like, "I am here. I can't do anything different anyway, so I might as well just stay here."
That's embracing the suck on a different level.
100%.
Different plane.
Maybe
She
her
must
suck was a little worse than mine.
maybe.
Mine was driving after the ambulance in the dark. She had it way worse than I did. There was a whole other kind of embrace the suck that she had to do.
Wow. I think the thing that comes up for me, because it's fresh, is
Yes.
sleep training
Oh.
with Indigo. To his credit, is generally a good sleeper. And so I think that makes it hard. There are times when he is having like a regression or something, or something's going on and it just throws everything off. And we had one of these nights recently. It's kind of been building, where
Mm.
I mentioned the big bed, how he's transitioned and how great it went.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing like, okay,
Now he can get out. He knows he can get out of the bed.
he knows he can get out. He can't get out of the room or his zone, but he can climb out of bed and cry and like get us to come and sing him songs or cuddle or whatever it is.
Yeah, get
And
some
so
attention.
this has been building where it's like, okay, a couple times a night, a few times a night. But then the other night, it was like every 40 minutes
Mm.
in the wee hours of the morning. And so Norm and I are like, we can't, we have to, we have to change the narrative here.
Yeah,
And we have some tools. We've done sleep training in the past and it's been really successful. And it's really about just being on the same page and having a clear strategy, a plan of attack, if you will.
Yes, it is the battlefield out there for the sleep training.
But it's also just sucks to hear your kids cry and scream your name,
Yeah,
especially because he's older now. The last time we were really doing this, he just didn't have as many words,
yeah,
but he's really like playing every tactic in the book, like screaming, crying, coughing on purpose, really like banshee style screaming. And then he'll change and just be like, "Daddy, will you give me a hug,
Oh,
please?
no.
Daddy, I
It's
want you
so
to
good.
hug me." He's so good.
So good. He is so articulate.
So good. And like he would go between these extremes. I mean, we were really like, "Oh my gosh, what is going on?" And like, how long has it been? Because we have these intervals. It's like, okay, it's only been 2 minutes. We've
Oh
got
my
10 more
gosh, he
minutes.
cycled through all of that in 2 minutes. That's intense.
So it helps to like not be alone in this. Like, I
Yeah,
think if I was by myself, I would have just, whatever, I can't do this right now, come into bed, whatever.
yeah,
But it helps to have a partner to be in it together and just embrace the suck. Like,
right.
yes, this part is really crappy, but there's a bigger purpose. We don't want to be in this position again tomorrow night. And
Yeah,
if we can just hang on till the end of this.
yeah,
And it was amazing. It was like a 15-minute episode. And right when we were about to like, should we just crack? He just stopped crying and got back into bed and pulled the blanket over his head and fell asleep for the rest of the night. And we
wow.
were just like, "Oh my god." That was
That
so
was the
hard.
longest 15 minutes of your life.
It was.
Oh, man.
It was, but I think it's just one of those parenting things. It could be any number of things, that
Right.
feels this hard,
Yeah,
and this isn't gonna be forever. It's a developmental thing or whatever.
yeah.
People have different feelings around sleep training, but it could be some other issue. It's just like
Sure, sure.
whatever the thing is, there's a lot of parts that just suck, and you just have to
Yeah,
move through them.
Yeah, I would say your child screaming and crying is definitely one of those things that sucks. No matter the context, I would absolutely put that in that category of things. So I am curious, listeners, when was the last time you had to embrace the suck?
Yeah,
Like, when did you have to just get through something? And I will say, of course, there are times when you shouldn't put up with a hard thing or when you should rest or when you should
right.
get help. Of course, there are times when that's the appropriate response, or when you don't have to get through the suck, then don't. But there are those times when you just have to.
Yeah.
There is no other option. You just have to do it. And this is helpful. Just what we're working on is resilience when we do it. Okay, let's take a break. And when we get back, we will share our happiness boosts.
Azizi, how's your dinner game these days?
Well, Malika, I used to struggle with what to cook for dinner.
You're cooking now?
Okay. Actually, my husband used to struggle with what to make for dinner. I mean, meal planning, grocery lists, yuck. But then we found Prep Dish. It's a weekly meal planning service that tells you exactly what to cook. And now they've partnered with Instacart, so your grocery list becomes a ready to go online cart.
Oh, what's in your cart, Azizi?
All of the Prep Dish ingredients, plus I can add energy drinks, chili crisp, lipstick, whatever, and check out in just a few clicks. Shopping online is so fun. The meals are family friendly, healthy, and super easy to prep. Dinner is easy to make, and now we look forward to new tasty meals.
Prep Dish is offering our listeners 2 weeks free. Just head to prepdish.com/happierladies to sign up. Again, that's prepdish.com/happierladies.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Psst, healthcare pros, word's out, and it's too good to keep quiet. Look, LinkedIn is revolutionizing job hunting, making it possible to search by specialty, shift preference, and salary. Endless scrolling is out. Whether it's a mental health therapist or dental hygienist, finding the perfect role is faster and easier than ever. Head to linkedin.com/healthcare and start your search today.
Now it's time for Happiness Boost, where we share something in our daily lives that's giving us a little jolt of happiness.
Well, this is a nice opposite to what we just discussed. So I'm glad we paired something a little bit lighter for this segment. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about a couple of things that are making me happy right now.
All right, Azizi, candle warmers.
Yes, so way back in our holiday gift guide, candle warmers was on my list because I had seen it and I was intrigued. I love candles. And this is a device, it's like a lamp, a little mini lamp, a little mini lamp just for your candle. It's just for your candle. And you turn it on and the bulb warms the candle enough so that the wax melts and you get the scent of the candle without having to use a flame. And so I put this on my list, was gifted candle warmer. I was gifted 2. And
I
so
think I gave you one.
you gave me one, my husband gave me one, no problem, it's great. One is at home and one is in my office. And I will tell you the compliments I get on the scent in my office, I just like immediately so nice. So I settled on the clementine and honey candle from World Market. I love that scent. And I will tell you, I've had like the diffuser sticks, no
Mm-hmm.
compliments. Like I don't think anyone noticed it. But this candle warmer, it just does the trick. It just brings out the scent. It's also a nice, like, warm glow. It adds to
Mm-hmm.
the ambiance of my office space. The vibe is very important to me. The aesthetics are very important in my office. And you can turn it up or down depending on how strong you want it to be. And it's just a really lovely addition. So I highly recommend candle warmers.
Okay.
And I will say, I've seen them at, like, Marshalls and Ross, they're not expensive, you can get
Yeah.
them pretty easily, so if you're one who enjoys candles, this is definitely something I think you would like.
I guess it burns the candle down.
That's what's interesting, is that it doesn't seem to get hot enough to burn the candle all the way down,
Mm-hmm.
so I think over time, the scent just kind of diffuses out.
Okay.
So after a while, it just gets less strong, the wax evaporates at a much slower
Right.
pace. So that's interesting. But I have noticed that after a while, I would probably replace it just because the scent is not there anymore.
Got it.
Yeah, but no fire hazard.
That's
So
great.
yeah, it's a good win-win. The other thing that I'm really loving right now completely took me by surprise. They are Crocs, but they're Crocs tennis shoes, which is so wild to me. I was at the mall with my husband. He loves Crocs, just the straight up Crocs. You know the
We
Crocs.
all do.
The ones that you picture when you think of Crocs. And so I just followed him into the store. He wanted to look at them. I don't think I'd ever been in a Croc store. And I was like, wow, they come in so many different shapes and sizes, colors. And then I saw something that looked like a tennis shoe. It just looks like a regular tennis shoe, but it's actually a Croc. And they happened to have my size, and I tried it on, and oh my goodness, so comfortable. It's like the comfort and squishiness of Croc, but the airiness also, but it
Mm.
looks just like a regular tennis shoe. If you saw it, you would just think that's a regular tennis shoe. You would have no idea that this is a product that Crocs made. There's no laces to have to tie up. It's like the style that is just, I don't know, in there. It's got some stretch, so it gives in the right places.
So
Does
you
that
can just
make
slip your
sense?
feet in?
Yeah, you just slide your feet in, and I've worn them to work now. I haven't taken them to Disneyland, but I have worn them to work. Not entirely hands-free, so there is a little bit of wiggling in
Okay.
that has to happen free, but it's not a lot of effort to get them on. And then it just feels like walking on a cloud when you have them. So
Wow.
I wanted to share because we've talked about our feet are not typical, or maybe that's not true. They're just wider, larger feet.
You're not
You and I.
typical.
That's not right. There's a lot of people out there that have feet like ours. And so this might be a product that you would enjoy and you could find online easily.
Would you exercise in them?
I don't think so. Here's the thing. I haven't worn them with socks, right?
Oh,
Because you don't wear Crocs with socks,
right, but these are
right?
tennis shoes.
But they're Crocs.
Okay.
I haven't gone there. So I don't know. I probably would. And as I said, I haven't worn them to Disneyland because that's like an athletic adventure. And yeah, I haven't gone that far. But like, I've gone grocery shopping. I've worn them all day at work.
Yes.
I've gone various places. I don't like to wear socks if I don't have to.
Right.
So it works for me.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm so excited. That's how hard it is to find good shoes. It's so hard, and it's even harder to find shoes off the shelf somewhere. So I couldn't wait to share in case anybody else wants to give it a try. Malika, are you ready with your recommendation?
Yes.
Okay. The first thing is Walkies, the Jewel.
All right. So this is also a shoe find.
Mm.
One of my coworkers, Vanessa, told me about walkies. Shout out to her. She's given me a couple different shoe recommendations. So, speaking of our feet and the uniqueness of them,
Lots of people have feet like ours.
this
It's
is a
not just us.
brand that has some good designs for wider feet.
Mm.
It's been on my radar, but they're very expensive and they're typically like in this certain design of shoe, the jewel is like $180 or something, and some of their shoes go
Mm.
higher. So they have sales sometimes. They don't have their own, I don't think, retail stores, but certain other stores carry them.
Mm.
Anyway, I was looking at Deals and Steals in Northampton, which is kind of like a independent version of a Ross or something like that.
I can't believe I haven't gone here yet. Like, this is
I
the first time
know.
I'm hearing about this store, and how many times have I been to Northampton?
It's not a big store. They have a lot of shoes, but they don't necessarily have a lot of wide shoes. I often look and don't find things.
But it sounds like they have other things besides shoes,
They
right?
do. They have some food items, they have beauty
Alright.
products.
It's on the
It's
list.
on the list. Okay. So I was like in a mad dash trying to find some shoes just on a whim. Maybe there's something here. I had like 30 minutes before my car meter was going to go off. And anyway, at the 11th hour, I found one box of walkies marked down
Mm.
to $40. It
Wow.
was my size and they fit. And they were
Oh,
like
Malika.
black, and I've been wearing them at work and they're like great. They're
Wow.
they're stylish enough to be professional, to be dressed up or dressed down. They don't hurt my feet. There's like Velcro in 3 places, so you can really adjust.
Velcro in 3 places.
That's probably
We are old ladies.
the beauty of the design.
That is what the bar is now. Velcro in 3 places.
So it's very adjustable.
Okay.
But definitely I'm like in on this brand now, and I'll be looking out for deals, and I'm curious of their other designs would also fit, but I was very proud of that find.
Both of our shoe stories are like Cinderella, like, and the shoe fits. Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, so my next happiness boost is a TV show. We've talked, I think, about What Not to Wear, the classic
Mhm.
show on TLC with Clinton Kelly and Stacey London. It's like a makeover show. I think they had 10 seasons, really solid formula, lots of like rules about what to wear, and a fun show.
I think it was very informative of of our young adult years.
Yes, we watched it for hours at a time.
Binged it, yes.
So, Clinton Kelly and Stacey London have a new show now on Prime called Wear Whatever the F You Want. It's kind of a play on their old show, which was giving you more rules. This is like, the world's changed. Like rules are not the same anymore. And you should figure out what works for you. And we're here to support you. It's kind of really deconstructing their formula that they had. It's still
Mhm.
similar in that there's one person per episode, and they really are looking at some aspects of their wardrobe, but they're more probing into like identity and like what do you want to say with your style and what's your ideal fantasy self, and like giving the person the resources and freedom to really kind of dream big, and then helping them assess, does this match your lifestyle? How can we make this so that it's real, so that you can actually incorporate this?
Yes.
And it's fun because there's no archetypes in the way that the other show kind of focused in on maybe body types more, or like rules for shapes or different things like that. It's much more open, but it's still in the line of like the conversations that we've been having, like really about expression. What do you want to say with what you're wearing, and how does it make you feel?
Hmm.
So it's a different direction for them. It's fun. It's still a makeover show. I've only watched 1 episode so far, but I like texted you. I was like, "Oh my god. We got to watch this show." Yeah, I think it's provocative and fun and inspiring to see them, these 2 stylists who have been in this world for so long, to see them evolve
Hmm.
and kind of shift their ideas of what style is.
Well, I can't wait to watch this because I have read 2 articles in the New York Times recently about how style trends are coming so quickly, and it's so hard to follow style trends these days because there's so many of them. And the trick is to just scrap all of that and develop your own style. So this sounds like it's right in line with that movement
Yeah.
now in fashion, which is nothing matters except how you want to feel.
Like the post-style revolution or something.
It is. It is the post-sale revolution. They are saying because Instagram, because fashion
Yeah.
shows, it's not just models or designers. It's like anybody can start a trend. There's so many trends. It is quite exhausting. And so you don't follow trends anymore. You develop your own personal style, your own rules, and you stick with it, which is what these 2 have kind of been saying along the way. Although, yeah, this definitely feels like a departure. So I look forward to that, and I also just love their dynamic. I hope it hasn't changed much. They're such fun people.
Yeah, they still have the same banter and energy.
And it was in New York a lot, right? Wasn't it? I
Yes,
felt like I associated that with the show. Is it still in New York?
I think so, yeah.
Very cool. Can't wait to watch that.
Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll share our peaks and valleys.
Hey, it's Paris. You know, I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
And we are back with peaks and valleys because in life, there are always peaks and always valleys. This is an even episode, so Azizi, you're up first with a peak.
Yes. So my peak is an interesting one. I'm at the part of the work season where I'm reviewing data and kind of analyzing data and looking for different kinds of data to help support planning for the future. And I really enjoy it. It's interesting. It's a part of work that is analytical that I wouldn't think that I would like. Like, I wasn't that kind of person growing up, and it didn't gravitate towards math or science growing up. But I remember when I was in graduate school, I had to take a research class and do a study and do some meta analysis and reviewing journals and things like that. And I kind of dug it. And here I am again. Now,
Mhm.
actually, now that I think about it, when I was in college, I was a sociology major, but there are a lot of statistics in sociology. So, sociology is about the study of humans and understanding trends in human behavior. And so, there's a data component to that major and to that field. So I feel like I'm doing the same thing. I'm studying data to kind of understand humans and behavior and make sense of things. There's also some tricky parts. Like, I'm trying to design surveys and one little thing goes wrong and all of the data is
Mhm.
useless. And so I'm grappling with that also, of how to be more meticulous in the surveys that we create when we're trying to collect data internally. But I kind of enjoy that part of the job. So
Interesting.
unsurprising to me. Yeah.
Well, we haven't done our strengths coaching session yet. It's on the books. You took the Clifton Strengths Assessment,
Right.
and one of your top 10 strengths is analytical.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So it doesn't surprise me hearing that, having read your report,
I
but
haven't read the report yet.
we'll talk more about that in our session offline.
Fascinating.
Uh,
I kind of love it. Maybe it's the questioner part of me.
mm,
I believe data.
yes.
Like, data answers the questions. And I understand that it can be skewed and it can be biased and you can find data to support various things, but there's something about it that's just like, here's the way a bunch of people said they would do this thing.
Yeah,
And here's what they actually did. And it's comforting to me. So
that's great.
interesting. Yeah. What's your valley, Malika?
All right. So on my 25 for 25 list, one of the things that I put was to fix the setup for my phone in my car because I have a holder for my phone and it was constantly like if I turned, it would fall over or fall out. It's not safe. It
Yes.
totally defeats
I
the
have
point.
experienced this personally.
I finally did something about it,
Oh,
maybe like a month or 2 ago. I, like, reinforced whatever the setup I had, like, reinforced the stickiness and thought I secured it, and, like, I didn't spend that much time on it, but it fixed it. And so I was like, "Okay, I feel good." And for weeks, I felt really put together, like, "Yes, I
hmm.
fixed this thing. My phone is not flying around anymore."
Yes.
And then maybe a couple weeks ago, it started tipping a little bit,
Oh,
and I
no.
was like, "Oh gosh, is this gonna" I don't know, and I didn't do anything, and then yesterday, it just fell over again, and it's like, I'm back at square one, and I feel so annoyed because it's like, "Okay, this needs a total revamp. It's not working. I can't just add more tape here,"
Right.
but I really felt put together for a little bit.
Was that your fix, was tape?
It wasn't tape, I used, like, a Velcro,
But it was the same product.
maybe. But I had more of it.
This is making sense to me now. Well, Malika, now you have data that demonstrates that that
This
solution was not
yeah.
effective. And now you need a whole new, like, throw that one out the window
I
and get a
know.
whole new system.
I mean, soon we're gonna be selling this car anyway, so
Oh, right. What's the setup in the new car? And does the new car have a name, or should we save that for later?
new car is named Lando,
Okay, of course.
and it's actually an older car, so there's no better solution in there yet. I'll have to figure out something there.
Okay, please do not take your solution
I
to
won't.
Lando, okay? Do not do that.
I won't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of our episode. Azizi, let's leave on a happier thought. What are you going to try this week?
I'm gonna watch an episode of Stacy and Quentin's Wear Whatever the F You Want.
All right.
What about you?
Well, I want to say I'm going to fix the car thing.
Say it.
Because I'm doing a road trip this weekend, so it feels like I should figure that out.
Oh, that's a perfect reason to do it.
All right.
Okay.
Will you add it in my thing?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna do it now.
Good. We got to keep track.
I know.
Thank you for listening to this episode. You can find our show notes in the episode description. If you like us, rate, review, and tell a friend, and don't forget to follow us.
Send us a message at happierladies@gmail.com.
Our show was edited by Magnus Bjorgum, and our theme music was created by Wyatt Muncie.
You can find us on Instagram at happierladies and on the web at happierladies.com. All right, Malika, have a happier week.
Have a happier week, Azizi. Bye. Can we do the buys again?
Sure.
Oh, you go first.
Bye.
Bye. Oh,
Are you hearing Bo?
Bo.
I'll shut the door.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can still hear
I
him.
don't know what to do. I throw him outside.
Put him outside. Yes.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.